think it's tough enough to win one. We've done two, so you might as well go for three, right?
Our time, baby, back to back. That's how we do it.
What do you think of this team?
Unbelievable. Nobody can beat us. Back to back years.
It's so much fun to be a part of. The crowd can have an effect on teams. The emotions get turned up.
And then last year, they gave Vezina to somebody else. Number one bullshit. Oh, number one bullshit.
Here it is for you guys. Enjoy.
Welcome to We. The Thunder. I'm Shooter, and I'm here with the Stash in real life, and Thomas Schooley is deep in a bunker beneath Amelie Arena.
As usual.
Waiting for tonight's game. Welcome to the first ever pre-game show. Get ready, because you're going to see a couple of these throughout the season. We've got the Vegas Golden Knights tonight, so we're going to talk about that. But we have some breaking news. Thomas Schooley, lay it on us.
Coop is in COVID protocol and will not be on the bench tonight. Assistant will run the show tonight.
So I will be coaching from the Stash's house tonight. We'll be zoomed in. Whenever you see them on those little pads on the bench, that's us. They're actually talking to us. Somebody Photoshop that for us later.
Real time.
All right, so no Coop tonight. I don't remember the last time that Coop hasn't coached this team. What does that mean?
What do you think?
We're still going to win.
Yeah. You think that the Lightning are going to win? Win for the Cooper? You got to do it for the Cooper, right?
The players have arrived at the arena, so they still do plan on playing tonight. They just arrived at the arena.
At this point, they're playing. And for anyone that's been living under a rock today or the last couple days, a lot of games have been canceled, including the only one other one today that was still going to happen, I think in D.C., also canceled. And they also canceled every game throughout until Christmas, until after Christmas. So this will be the last game until the 27th. Yeah. And thank goodness it looks like they're still going to play this game unless all of a sudden we hear elsewise during the show.
Right.
But I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to see our last bit of hockey until Christmas. And I am pumped about it. I would have been pretty upset if we got canceled, but I think we're the lucky ones in the NHL today getting our game in.
Yeah, there was actually 9 games scheduled today. There's at the beginning of the season, there was 9 games on the schedule.
Yeah. So a lot of them have been rescheduled. And we were talking about this before we came on the show. I was surprised that Caps Flyers game today was the 50th game this season that's been postponed or rescheduled. So it seems like it's just been 1 or 2 here and there, but it seems like it's been adding up. And so it's good that they have this break. It's going to be 5-6 days, something like that. Give everybody a chance to kind of get away, get healthy, and see how they can come back after Christmas. And we were talking about that as well. You know, as we something else to talk about following the big breaking news is that NHL and NHLPA have announced that the NHL players will not be participating in the Olympics. So therefore, they're going to use that time that would have been allocated for Olympics to make up these games, which is 2.5 weeks or something like that, right? About 2.5 weeks. So that's a lot of games to get made up in 2 weeks, but I don't think it's insurmountable. And hopefully that gives them the ability to kind of be safe. And I know they were talking about even stricter protocols about having to have everybody have negative tests before they come back after the break, and everything like that. So like they were saying, entire teams have to have 100% negative test results before they can resume team activities, is what I heard, right? Did you guys hear that?
I did not hear the
No,
change.
I haven't heard that
happen.
Yeah.
Something needs to happen.
They
I
were
don't know
saying
if I
there's
like
some tweets.
I don't know if I like that idea, because I figure when they open up this window, because NHLers were not going to be in Olympics, and to answer Sarah's question here, with Coop is not going to coach a bunch of amateurs.
No.
He's going to coach the Tampa Bay Lightning during the Olympics. So
and the USA coach will also be replaced as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It'll be
agreement was that the NHL coaches would only coach if the NHL players played.
Yeah.
So,
well, they can't coach if their team's still playing, if the league doesn't
right.
pause. So, but what I don't like about the COVID protocols today is they're a little bit. I mean, I'm not 100% clear on them, but I kind of feel like they pulled the trigger on canceling these games early. Personal belief,
Right.
But now I feel like it also gives them a reason to postpone more games. It's like, hey, now we have this window, which I'm sure they're going to alternate the schedule a little bit and put more games in there, because you don't want teams to have like 2 weeks of, we didn't have to reschedule too many games, so we don't have any.
Right.
But now what I could see is like, you've got a couple players out. Let's just postpone the game. We'll play it in February. We've got time to do that. And I'm hoping that does not happen, because at some point you got to let these younger guys maybe stretch the rules with, bringing up players from Syracuse and from the AHL and letting these younger guys get a chance to play, because, not everyone's sick.
Right. Well, and I've heard a lot of talk about, reinstituting the taxi squad. And I honestly was a little bit surprised that they didn't have some kind of variation this season. We didn't really talk about any of this at the beginning of the season and how COVID protocols and all that stuff were. But I was a little surprised they didn't have some kind of a
variance or some sort
of variance.
Don't say that.
A variant of the taxi squad rules ready in place for this season, knowing that they still had fairly strict guidelines for COVID. So, that being said, it's kind of the talk of the league right now, but it is what it is. There's not much more we can really go into on that. But what we can talk about is our Tampa Bay Lightning. We could talk about
fashion.
We can talk about
we will
where they're standing right now in the league. And we could talk about tonight's game.
Well,
that's what this is. This is the pre-show for the game tonight. Yeah.
You know what else I got? Yeah. Not quite a shooter game.
No.
But a shooter PSA.
Oh, okay.
Before the holidays. Ooh. My gift to you.
Okay.
So more to come on that.
Yeah. All right.
So real quick to follow up on what Shooter was saying about their new rules effective immediately, restrictions to indoor dining while on the road, wearing masks while in club facilities and during travel, including when on the buses, planes, and at the hotel, and daily testing except on days off. Pre-game testing may be implemented on case-by-case basis when an outbreak occurs within a team. Players are urged to wear the N95 mask or surgical mask rather than cloth mask. Organized holiday parties are not permitted, and all the teams traveling group are prohibited from signing autographs and engaging with fans.
So not only can you found out today, if you're a superstar player, you cannot play for your country.
Right.
But now you've got to wear a mask everywhere.
And you can't spend the holidays with extended family and friends.
So players are not happy right now with what's going on. But what are you going to do? Like Jesse says in the chat, we're going to do this forever. I mean, I don't know. I heard most of this team's vaccinated. So how severe is this when you get vaccinated? Hey, personal story. I'm vaccinated. I got COVID. Yeah. And I was sick for maybe a day or two.
Personal story. I'm not. And it's not really because of choices. It's just because.
You're also not close enough to the microphone.
So, I was there when Shooter got COVID and I did not. We were like there together. at the same event.
Well,
for
yeah, it
like
was.
a week. We did like everything together for a week, and he got it, and I didn't, and he had been vaxxed, and I hadn't at the time. So like, it's very random, and that's why it's really tough to handle this because it's a slippery slope, and there's a lot of things we can do and talk about this, but really, again, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole because that's not what this show is about. This isn't a WebMD show, right? This isn't a political show. This is a hockey show, a Lightning hockey show. But we're here to talk about the Lightning hockey.
Well, we do have a game tonight. If anyone doesn't know this, Coop's out. If you just joined the show, we just broke that news. We just broke that news.
Pretty much.
Peter Angelo and Dadonov for Vegas are also out. They tested positive for COVID. I heard one of them practiced with the team this morning. So I thought the game was going to get canceled.
Yeah,
but
you told me that. I was like, man, there goes our game too.
Just for my mental sanity, I'm willing for them to risk it. Play the game because I need to see hockey. We didn't have the game on Saturday.
Right.
I know there were people I saw that posted on Saturday. They were like, we booked our trip to Colorado around this game.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like that stinks. At least you're in Denver and you're in Colorado and there's plenty of cool stuff to do.
Go to Red Rocks.
But
I just read this story about a guy in Philly that went up to Philly. It was on Twitter that his new wife of 1 month bought them tickets for him to be a lifetime. He's from Louisiana, bought tickets to go stay, and 6 hours before the Philly game today, they canceled it. So he couldn't get a refund on anything. And then he had just tweeted and he said, I ain't trying to sound like a jerk or anything. And actually Cam Atkinson, former Blue Jacket, literally tweeted him back and said, contact my team. I got you. So it looks like he's going to pay for his trip to return or something when he comes back. So that's really cool.
Yeah. It's no Rolex, but like our man Peter Blake scored. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. So
yeah, and by the way, we were kind of talking about this before we went on. Canada has restricted travel to the U.S. for games right now. We don't know how long that's going to last. Our next game after the holidays is Montreal at home.
Yeah, on the 28th.
So I hate to say it, there's a high chance of that game getting postponed as well. I don't know about the other games. We have 2 other games at the end of the year back to back. The home game against the Rangers, I know a lot of people, including Thomas, want to make sure that one's going on. It's just going to depend on how many positive tests and what this new protocol is going to look like.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to talk about tonight's game? I saw the first ever game between these two teams, but that was several years ago at this point. It was a heartbreaking loss in the last couple seconds of the game. Anyone else that was in Vegas for that game knows what I'm talking about. But what's our record against the Golden Knights? We've only played a handful of games against them.
We've never won in Vegas. We're actually 1-3 against them.
It's 1-3. I think we won the match up here.
We won in Tampa last year. Their inaugural season, we didn't win either game. Or not last year, 2 years ago. And then the second home game we've lost in Vegas. I was at both the games in Vegas that we've ever had. This is the first one I've missed.
So they're a good matchup for us, which makes sense. They have a fast team. I think Peter Angelo being out is going to be a huge advantage. That's their best defender by far.
Yeah.
That's advantage bolts right now. But man, our team, we haven't seen them play since Ottawa last Thursday. So they've got to rest. That's good. I think they needed it, but who knows what's going to happen in this game. And I guess it's still up until, puck drop, they can be ruled out of this game. I'm sure they're doing COVID tests right now as they get to the arena.
Yeah. Definitely stressful thinking about that. But I think, it's probably they're in a situation where they know this is the last game. It looks like both of these teams are fairly insulated. Although now we see the coach and 2 players that are going to be in protocol. So, I think it's a little bit interesting that they're letting this game go, but it's beneficial for us. So I'm like you.
I know.
I lose my mind
so
trying to get to this game tonight. So I'm very happy.
Watch, the news is going to break while we're live. If that
Golden Knights played on Sunday in a shootout win against the Islanders, the same day that we flew into
Yeah, which by the way, I mentioned that to you guys. Why did they fly in on Sunday after they canceled their trip to Denver on Saturday? I would think you fly in today, not just because COVID protocol, but also because there's a dangerous variant called the Vegas flu. That the first year that Vegas, when they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals, a lot of teams were getting hit with that. Yeah. Nobody got sick except for alcohol sickness, I think. But I figured, hey, they'd get those guys in and out, but they stuck to that schedule of being there Sunday, which I think was the original plan.
Yeah. That was their original flight planning. No, Adrian, we didn't. We lost there in Vegas. I thought we had won too, but if you look it up, no, we didn't win it. They're usually drunk or coming high from Colorado. And I also know Coop usually does some kind of bonding thing there. The one year he took them all to, I want to say, the Jackson show. And then 2 seasons ago, he did something else with them. So I think maybe that. But you also hear plenty of times where a lot of coaches like to do the away game atmosphere because the team bonds more. So they might have did that for there to get out of town and get together on the road. Gambling, of course.
Event, something like that. I remember when I was out there, I saw a bunch of them. I saw Killer with Suster. I saw Johnson. I saw Palat. I saw Steve UI just walking around.
Yeah, we got Dotchin, Point, Johnson, and Palat all playing blackjack next to a guy that didn't even know it. And he was, after they saw us, they got up from the table. Dotchin came over to us. And then the guy came over and said, those were Lightning players, weren't they? We were like, yep. And he said, I saw them at the cashier and they asked me who my favorite one was. And I told them Tyler Johnson. He told Tyler Johnson that Tyler Johnson was his favorite Bolt and didn't realize he was telling Tyler Johnson.
Well, that's because Tyler Johnson looks like a child in person. Shout out to Tyler Johnson, who's recovering from neck surgery right now. Race's comment here: Washington didn't get the Vegas flu when they beat them in the Cup final. Of course, though, they were competing for the Stanley Cup. They were probably laser focused. They locked Ovi in his hotel room for that until afterwards, and then afterwards, you saw the guy go nuts, Kucherov style.
Right?
Or did Kucherov do it Ovechkin style?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Those Ruskies, they love the party.
So I don't know. I warned everyone we are going to talk a little bit about fashion because I was at the Tampa Bay team store at the arena. I guess the Tampa Bay Lightning store. I don't know if you've noticed, but this is a brand new shirt. I was shopping, just for the record, for other people, and I was like, "Oh, I have to get one of those shirts." There's no denying this. I know I'm supposed to be shopping for other people, which I did, but when I saw this bad boy, I had to get it. So the Lightning have come out with this series of T-shirts as they do, and this one is all based on basically band album covers, essentially, or just kind of band, stuff. So anyway, this is the Metallica version, if you couldn't tell, and the Metallica version I had to get because the beginning of our show, if you haven't noticed this, is actually a version of Ride the Lightning, the 8-bit version. Somehow we have not gotten sued or flagged or anything.
Lars hasn't figured out yet.
Yeah. So, the second Lars finds this.
Hopefully you didn't just ruin it now. Because you just said Metallica and the 8-bit on our show. You probably have some internet scrubbers just out there monitoring the internet, waiting to hear those two things in conjunction.
Listen, Lars's hit list is Napster. They're fucking done. And then this show. Yeah. So watch out. But let me share with the kind folks here just so you can see how badass these shirts are. You gotta go get them.
Speaking of fashion, I did happen to be rocking my Killer Influencer shirt tonight, not even realizing you're going to be rocking your awesome new band cover T-shirt. So we definitely got the style locked down tonight on the show for sure.
Like we told Kaylee Mizell, the Stash is the fashion expert of the show. So you've got a series of 4 here for anyone that really has lived under a rock. I guess these are older, so maybe there's some younger folks watching.
That's true.
Pink or Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd right there.
That was one of the dope ones.
I had that Pink Floyd shirt back in the day. You got Grateful Dead. Somehow they should have done the whole head though. I would have got that one if they did it with the bolt in the middle.
Yeah, they probably couldn't get the trademark licensing on that one.
Right.
The dead head and the bear are totally trademarked.
Yeah, but there used to be a guy who wore a Deadbolt jersey.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if other people remember that, but this guy had the sweetest. It must have been a custom-made jersey. If he's out there somewhere, if you know who that is, please let us know so we can have him on the show. And then you've got this is the Led Zeppelin edition over here. Again, they probably could have cranked this one up a little bit, but any Led Zeppelin fan's gonna like that lettering there, the font.
Yeah, the font's there. That's a little subtle for me, but yeah, those last two.
Mine, you see here, the Ride the Lightning there is a little bit closer. Actually, I'll put on shooter cam in a second. You guys, I'll show you the close up of my body here and the shirt. The crowd goes wild.
Full of the show.
And then AC/DC, probably this is the band I kind of like put with the Lightning. So
and I like the TBHC. You got the hockey club there. This one to me, this is the best one.
Yes. So for the low price of $34.99, any of those shirts can be yours. It is expensive for a t-shirt, but I'll tell you what, it is that like comfortable, flexible, like cool fabric. And I'm not talking about like cool, like look how cool I look in my shirt, but I'm talking about cool, like it keeps you cool. I don't know what they call that, but you're the fashion guy. But yeah,
it wicks the sweat.
And I would like to say, we do not get any kickback for anything here. This is free advertising, Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah. Like one of our tweets for once. One time we would like a like on our tweet if you're listening.
A thumbs up.
That's it. That's all we're asking. Not tickets.
That's it.
Not
on the Jumbotron or some BS fluff piece written about us, man. Just a like. Brother got a like. That's how we do it tonight.
That's how we do it.
If you guys can't tell, they have been drinking. This is the drinking episode.
This is our first beer each. 100%
Yeah.
honest.
First beer. That's it. Let me tell you, number one bullshit. The NHL, they cancel all these games. Number two bullshit.
I need new beer. Number 3 bullshit.
All right, I like this person sliding into the chat here. For anyone that doesn't know, it's a very interactive show. If you slide into the chat with a cool, hey guys, good evening, you get a hello and good evening back. Yes, hello and good evening. So what, anyone in the chat, tell us what's going on tonight. What are your predictions for the game? We've got the game puck drop's going to be in about an hour and 9 minutes. Fun fact, if you didn't know this, it's usually if it's like a 7 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock start time, they usually drop the puck right about that 9-minute mark. So 9:09, 10:09, whatever it is. So you do have time to go get some refreshments, anything like that, until that 10:09 mark tonight. Hey, Lynn Larson's here as well. Sarah's in the house as well. What else were we going to talk about? Should I do my PSA now? I feel like I'm talking too much. I feel like I'm talking too much for the show.
This is a lot more than usual.
For me?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll do my PSA then.
What's your
PSA? Since we're gonna wrap this up hopefully right around 9:30 so we can watch the game. But here's the PSA, folks. That's just in time.
Perfect timing, as usual.
This is the shooter. Don't get scammed. PSA.
Uh-oh.
I know we have a lot of people that we're connected with and groups that we're connected with on the Facebook and the Twitter and all that. There seems to be an epidemic going on in Facebook with people getting scammed buying tickets.
Yeah.
And guess who has never been scammed? None of us have?
No.
All right. Well, you guys can join in the fun here. I'm going to give everyone 3 tips. And if you listen to my 3 tips, I 100% guarantee you will never get scammed. That's it. This is my gift to you. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, you name it, you got it. New
Feliz
Year's.
Navidad.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have to share my screen to show you this. And to demonstrate here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Facebook first. Just so you know, Shooter's not full of it here, or at least completely full of it. So here you go. This is my Facebook. That's my name for people that haven't figured it out. I know a lot of people have added me on Facebook. You figured it out. Some people, by the way, if I have no idea who you are, I deny you. But if I recognize you from the chat, I will accept you. So here's a good example. November 22nd. This is my last post. I don't really post much except for Shooter in the Stats on Facebook.
Right.
So anyone selling Bucks tickets tonight, this is the Monday night game. Everyone wanted to go to this game, and I was like, I got to go to this game. So I post this online, not even going out and searching for something. It's me saying, hello, universe. I would like tickets to the Bucks game. So you can do this for a Lightning game as well. Insert Lightning there. So of course, Debbie from, the first thing you get is your friends giving you shit because it's Facebook. So you're going to get Debbie Kemp from Sticks of Fire talking about, oh, you spent a lot of money this weekend, Shooter. Her GIF isn't working here, so forget about that. So let's go down. Of course, Jesse. Jesse actually helpful here. So this is kind of a tip within the tip. If somebody, one of your friends, is helping you out with trying to find tickets, hey, there you go. So Jesse's doing his thing as a good guy as he is, saying, hey, I saw someone posting tickets.
Not just a fisher of fish, but a fisher of tickets as well.
Also, I had another guy, Joe Fred, also said, hey, check this out. So good looking out. So right away, I know, like, hey, I got two friends who might have some leads for me on people that are selling tickets. Although, even if those people are selling tickets, I still want to go by these 3 rules of engagement. So the other thing you're going to notice here, this is probably the view count's dropping like a fly.
Real fast.
The other thing you need to know here,
it's almost like I'm hosting the show,
is watch how many times you see, like, Jennifer Moore. I don't know who this is. She has tickets available. Look how many people are trying to scam me just off of me asking for that, or saying that I'm looking for tickets. Jennifer Moore, I have no idea who that is. Tabitha, I have no idea who that is. Cora, she's got tickets. I have no idea. Alyssa Vela, no idea who that is. Let's look at Alyssa Vela real quick. She's married. That's good to know. She enjoys cooking, camping, singing. She's never posted anything on Facebook.
Single post, not one post.
She's never posted anything on Facebook.
Not one post.
Wherever you're looking for your tickets, if you see somebody that is not, this is rule number one. Rule number one. If you see that they have not posted anything, do not buy from them.
Also, do not accept the friend request because they are probably trying to clone your account, which is what everyone calls hacking their account, by the way. It's not getting hacked, it's getting cloned. Your account gets cloned. But these are the type of accounts that like to come in and clone your account.
So let's just go to another scammer here. Sharon works at Everyday Fashion. Sounds amazing. The other thing that I look at is not like, so she has posted stuff. The other thing that I would look at is, where do they live? Yes. I would only buy tickets from someone who lives in the Tampa Bay area. If you are looking for tickets, somebody's going to come up to you or post and say, hey, I have tickets. And if you look at where they live in buttfuck Illinois.
I've been there.
Don't buy tickets from them.
If their last name starts with an X, it's a good sign.
So this one actually looks like it could be a real person, right? But, like, again, where's this person from? I didn't obviously talk to any of these people. All right, so Shooty, what do I do? Like, I want to buy tickets. What do I do? All right, tip number 1. There are groups out there. This is a newer group. No offense to the other awesome groups that are out there. There are good ones, but these guys are trying to verify their group and their sellers. So if you go to, like, this group, Verified Sellers of Tampa Bay, they're not going to be able to kind of vet out everyone. So you still have to go by the rules, okay? You still have to go by the rules. But Join
I'm
a
still
group.
waiting for the rules.
Join a group like this, and let's just take.
That's actually not a good one.
This is a live demo.
That Tampa Bay buy, sell, trade is the better one. That one is not a good one.
I thought.
Huh?
All right, either any one of them. I would go here first, but let's just look. All right, so in search of anyone have, it's people looking for tickets. Let's find someone with tickets. All right, here you go. Virgil Diaz. Look at that right away. Lives in Tampa. That's going to make me feel much better. Look, although look at his profile pic. I don't. He looks like Super Mario on steroids.
That's a power lifter or a power drinker. Either way, I trust that guy right away.
So you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to go on there and I'm going to look at like what he's interested in. So, all right, lightning tickets. And you can actually go to his profile and see if he's actually a Lightning fan. I would buy tickets from other Lightning fans, but I think the number one thing is make sure they live in Tampa because they live in buttfuck Illinois. Why the hell do they have Lightning tickets for sale?
Yeah.
So, Thomas, what was your other group there?
It's Tampa Bay Lightning buy, sell, trade.
Buy, sell, trade. I'm probably in it. You guys are getting an intimate look at my life right here. Some of my favorite groups. Let's go in there. Let's just do this practice one more time, and then I have the third tip for you. Let's find someone that's selling tickets. Oh, they're selling all kinds of stuff in here. We might be. Let's move on.
And that's the only thing about that. It's a good group, but they do everything. You're not looking.
Yeah, but that other group is very brand new. Very brand new. So,
but if they do their job, if they're doing their job, they will be able to vet out easily the people that are trying to scam people. All right, so here's the only way that you can actually get tickets legitimately when you buy from a website. And I know a lot of you guys want to go and buy from Facebook because the whole Ticketmaster fees, they're ridiculous. I don't blame you.
Ridiculous.
But I'll tell you what, if you 100% do not want to get scammed, you need to buy from this site. That's tip number two right there.
Tip number 2.
Ticketmaster.com. And guess what? You don't have to buy. Available means it's from the team, right? These verified resale tickets, those are people selling tickets. So if you kind of zoom into like a section, going to like 104 here, you'll start to see, look, this is a person selling tickets. You still are going to have that, fee because Ticketmaster needs theirs, which is ridiculous. But this is the only way to ensure that you will not get scammed. I have the third tip, which is also a way to not get scammed. Hold on. I thought I had a link up here, but I think I accidentally deleted it. So I'm going to just do it live here. PayPal payment options. If you are going to buy online, it's going to bring me right there. Watch this. I would use PayPal. And what I would do is do not use any other payment, including PayPal, friends, and family. Friends and family does not protect you. There's another option. That was not the right link. There's another option. Of course, I can't find it. That you can use on PayPal, which is more of an invoice option that protects the buyer. So if you have to buy your tickets through and you want to get rid of that Ticketmaster fee, use PayPal. And the only way that you're going to pay is through PayPal and not through friends and family. They're going to ask you to use friends and family. I'll tell you what, I bought Bucks tickets for that game that I was going to. I asked the person where they got the tickets from. She's a season ticket member. She lives in Oldsmar. And I said, hey, do you mind? I'm going to use this way to pay. She said, no problem. If there's a problem, stop.
No, there is a problem when people send me money.
They don't send enough.
I always have to do friends and family because if not, they take fees from me.
Well, don't buy tickets from Thomas Schooley.
Like when we take
Clearly a scammer.
When we take money for group tickets and stuff like that, if it isn't sent friends and family, then and then also PayPal wants to know what I'm selling, and I'm not selling anything except for group tickets.
There it is. Sarah's got it on here. It's service and
No.
good. And I'll tell you what, I think
Unless you know the
do-
person.
They do charge the seller like an extra like $2 or something. Tell them
Depends
you
on
will
how
pay
much.
them an extra $2.
Yeah.
Just pay the extra $2.
Pay the extra money for him.
Pay the extra $2. If you're gonna spend $200,
Money.
why would you not spend $2 extra for a safe way to, if they scam you and don't send you tickets so they're not legit tickets, you will get your money back paying
Exactly.
through service and goods.
Exactly.
This has been a Shooter PSA. My gift to you. You're welcome. You don't have to get me anything. But my email is wethethunderpodcast@gmail.com.
Fantastic. You know what that reminds me of? There's like 3 shows that I really watch on TV. One of them is something I can't get enough of, Bering Sea Gold.
Oh.
And there's one character that always does his secret guide to mining. And you crushed it, man. You did a segment just like his. That was fantastic. We need to do more Shooter PSAs.
Listen,
I think that should become a regular segment.
I think next week I'm going to tell you how to deal with scalpers around Amelie Arena.
Ooh.
Okay.
all you need is a 6.5-foot Yeti with you. That's all. And you're good. 1 tip. That's it.
All right, yeah, April's with me. There is a little bit of an extra charge for goods and services, but if
Spring for it.
you won't
Pay
get
the extra
scammed,
$5.
you won't get scammed.
But if you know the person, don't do it that way. If you know the person, because when I do,
Is there something wrong with Thomas Cooley's link suddenly?
Did-
hey, you're freezing up there, Thomas.
no, you listen.
you've
When
never
I do
Thomas Cooley?
50 group tickets and they don't send that extra money, and I have to pay $5 out of each one, and then PayPal wants to know what I'm selling. All of a sudden, PayPal thinks I have an Etsy shop or something going on, and I have to tell them what I'm selling and show them proof, and they freeze my account because I have 50 people sending me tickets for a group night. No,
but you're in a different situation, man.
that's what I'm saying. If you know the person, then that's different.
You're not talking from the same experience that we're talking about. We're talking about one single fan situation looking for tickets to one game that doesn't know anybody. You're talking about buying group tickets for a bunch of people in advance and then them paying you for the money. That's a completely different scenario. So I absolutely would do friends and family if I was you, if you're doing it that way, especially Thunderbolts and everything else. So
But this is why we don't allow sales, ticket sales in Thunderbolts anymore.
No,
Because,
yeah, we're going to be banning everyone.
Well, and the admins have then suddenly become moderators, and then you have to try and, oh, I want my money back, and it's your fault because you let them on the site. And
it used to not be a problem, but then when they started limited the 2,500 seats, people were trying to scam other people, saying, "Oh, I have one of those 2,500 seats that are allowed in there," and
right.
I mean, you can just look at that post that I put out there. I had 5 scammers reaching out to me saying, "Hey, I got tickets."
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's funny that you did that because my niece the other day in Texas, her Etsy account got hacked, and so she put on Facebook, "My Etsy account has been hacked." Well, then all the responses were, all you have to do is contact Hack Solutions, and it's another hacking website. I mean, literally,
a hack.
just because that's a keyword in the algorithm hacked, that all these bots go automatically and sign in. She literally had 27 posts from scammers that were telling her to go to this website.
Like, if you get these friend requests from these people that have like 12 friends, and
oh man, I
their
get the
photos don't.
I get the most beautiful women that try to friend me on Facebook.
Right?
I'm like, whoa,
Then,
what did I do?
That, I guarantee that is already a cloned Facebook account that is now trying to fish you for your data to then clone your account. And that's what happens. Like always people say, oh, I got hacked. My Facebook got hacked. It got hacked. It didn't get hacked. It got cloned. Your account is still secure. All your information and data is still attached. All they did was became your friend so they could go and copy and paste and save all of your photos and do all your about me and blah, 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 and make a second account and go and friend request everybody that's in your friend request because they could see that now because you're friends with them too. And that's what that is. That's not getting hacked. That's getting cloned. So a lot of these clone accounts, that's what they do is they then use them. They'll sell them off or whatever, like with these credit cards, like they used to do, or credit card numbers or whatever else. and then these other companies will use them as bots to go and scrub the internet for these algorithms of these keywords, SEO, basically standard SEO, and they turn it into this bot scrubber, internet scrubber that finds them and automatically starts posting, "Hey, I've got tickets. What do you need? Slide into my DMs. I got them tickets, man."
All right. So, moral of the story: don't get scammed. All you have to do is try a little bit harder. Like Sarah says, yes. Had someone try to scam me on a parking pass for last game I came down for. Just got to be smart and vigilant. That's the key.
Indeed.
That is the key. If you pay attention to what's really going on and you do a little bit of research.
Vigilance is key. Indeed.
All right. So don't get scammed. Hey, we did have a game that happened last week that was not postponed. Do you want to talk about that? Ottawa Senators came to Amalie Arena.
Oh, big game.
Thomas, were you there? You must have been there for that one, right?
No, I wasn't.
I was the one game he wasn't there for.
Well, that's why we won then. Yeah. 2-1 win. 2-1 win. You had Chabot. That guy's amazing, by the way. Well, that was his first goal against us. He started the scoring. We were down 1-0. He actually had like 35 minutes the other night, which was the NHL high for the year.
Yeah.
Which is insane when you think about how many minutes are actually in a hockey game.
Yeah.
And for anyone that doesn't know that, 60.
Yeah.
I didn't plan on doing math tonight, but I just did.
Half the game.
So you had that happen. You had Chabot open. The Bolts were definitely thinking pass first at the beginning of that game, was driving me nuts.
Not the Bolts.
And then you had Killer with the rebound goal to tie it up. And then you had our guy Hetty. Uh-oh. Can you keep it down? Can you mute him? Then you had Hetty rip one for the 2-1 lead. And guess who got an assist on that one, Thomas Cooley?
Was that Ruda?
No.
Oh, 2-1. That was Stammer for his 900th point.
Stammer!
900!
Hold on. I actually have sound effects. Why are we doing this? Some sound effects.
Good.
Some sound effects. Let's give it to Stamkos. He didn't score a goal, but he got his 900 point. Booyah! Stamkos 900. Actually, a little bit off again this game, but he got the assist tonight, or not tonight, Thursday. I also liked the kind of highlight of the game for a lot of people. I got actually 2 or 3 messages on this on Thursday night. Stamkos bashing people. Oh, bam! He did those back-to-back kind of hits.
That's what I was going to say. It was one of those weird games for Stammer. It was almost like back-to-back games for Stammer. You know, we had the Toronto game where he felt like he was collecting a little bit. Still had a good game. Still put up in the stat sheet, but didn't. Toronto, he crushed it. That's right. It was the game after that we did the show. And then, sorry, it's been a long week and a half. My parents came into town. Full disclosure, my parents came into town for the holidays on Friday, and been nonstop basically, and then we're here for 2 weeks. So I'm running out of fumes tonight. Yeah, so Stammer had that game. He was kind of pushing, and then same thing with Ottawa. It seemed like he was there, but the puck just wasn't quite finding his stick the right way or whatever. And at the end of the game, yeah, man, he laid those back hits, and it was pretty awesome to see him get fired up out there and really taking the lead physically. And this is also coming on the heels of I saw NHL Network and a lot of the social media sites were posting that thing about Ovi and his goals and then Stamkos and how he was second on that list, but like way behind in hits. And so I don't know. I just felt like maybe Stamkos saw a little bit of that press and he just got a couple of guys lined up and he was
closer to the mic.
Eagles after that first hit, the second hit up there on the board just kind of fell into place, and he was able to come and get that second hit, which is another good, clean hockey hit.
Yeah. I always get the tingles when I have a good hit. Yeah. So 900 points.
But I'm not talking about hockey.
It was the Kings, by the way. I had to look that up.
It was Kings. Thank you. Man, I forget that.
Kings last Tuesday. It feels like it was an eternity ago. this show.
Well, and the other thing that's kind of interesting to note or important to note in this is that meanwhile, while we handled business against two really hot teams in LA and Ottawa, our little brothers down and they got shacked by Ottawa, which we talked about because that was the game, the last show. But then they also lost to the Kings, and it looked closer on the scoreboard than it really was. So yeah, so I mean that was that was also really key for to win those two games whenever our divisional opponents were kind of starting to falter and lose some of those.
Yeah, Stats tends to have that weekly Wi-Fi issue there, so it was a little at there.
No, it's just because we're trying to share the microphone, I think, and I'm not usually I'm like up here, you know.
Yeah.
So
I can tell the difference there.
yeah,
Hold on. Let me get some of that. How do I sound now? I'm not prefabricating my deep voice. For anyone that doesn't know this, Stash is a giant. I don't know if we've covered this before.
You can't really tell,
This
actually,
is my real
because I
voice.
cranked my chair up. I was like, let me get this thing up.
that's funny.
Um,
As soon as you start talking about it, then like I start relaxing and really talking in my comfortable voice, which is actually deeper than usually what my voice is on the show because I just have to project a little bit more.
I thought you were going to say it's actually a little bit more high pitched.
Actually, my regular voice is right here, guys. This is how I talk in real life.
So what are your predictions for the game? We're 30,
Blood.
44 minutes away from puck drop.
My expectation is for the Lightning to win tonight. I think they're going to have one of these games where they possibly go down early, maybe just 1-0, but I think they're going to win. I'm feeling like a 4-2 tonight. I feel like both teams are going to be a little bit off. I feel like it's going to be a little bit back and forth. It's going to be a fast-paced game. Remember the Kings game last week was very back and forth.
I think we're going to see a very similar game to that
fast-paced.
for sure.
I think so. I don't know like what to really expect, but I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, we saw earlier in the comments about from Kevin Cowan, right? As I was talking about the tone that these guys, we're going to have about it's kind of the last game they're going to play for a few weeks. They're on a roll right now. They're sitting towards the top of the division and the conference even. And I'm with you, man. I see a 4-2, probably like a 4-2. I could see it being 3-1 for a good amount of the game. And then maybe them coming in and getting that second goal and then an empty netter late, something like that. Or, but I think it's going to be one of those fast games, fall behind early, not necessarily because of getting outplayed, just a little bit of that home ice advantage that Vegas seems to carry. And the thing is, too, on the road, the Lightning are pretty good. And so are the Knights at home. So they basically have about equal records versus at home on the road. So that's, it's going to be interesting to see what the tone is. I think it's going to be a fast-paced tone, a physical tone, a really excited tone for both of these teams. And I do wonder what it's going to happen with Coop not being there, mostly because he does tend to get creative with some of the lines and the way when he split shifts guys and who he sends out there on the quick changes and things like that. And so I think that's going to be an interesting thing to keep an eye on. The great thing is that you do have a coaching staff in general that, has been together for several years now. So it's like a well-oiled machine. They know each other's tendencies. They know Coop's tendencies. I think they know these players in and out. They know this roster well enough at this point in the season that they know what they can get out of each guy on that bench, when and where. And I think that's probably the number one storyline. And, I think we're probably going to also – I'd like to see guys like Radish continue his hot hand. And I really think it's time for Killorn to kind of he's quietly stringing the season together where he hasn't had more than 2 games without a point, but he hasn't looked quite as impactful as he did early in the season. So I feel like maybe I think the last couple of games I've seen some body language from him where he's feeling a little bit more frustrated and trying to put a little bit of extra effort. So it'll be interesting to see how how the lineups shake out tonight with Coop not being there, and some of those guys, Colton, Radish, Killer, right there in the middle of the lineup.
You just asked for a score, man.
Yeah. No. 100%.
Well, if you don't think Cooper's going to be on the phone with like Nigel or something, he's going to be on that cell phone with Nigel.
Are you saying it's not going to be us on the
We
iPad?
already told you we're the ones on the iPads, bro.
And Nigel's going to be radioing them.
For a reason.
Nigel's going to radio them and be like, listen, this is what Coop wants. The other thing we didn't talk about was Schuster was called up. We haven't got any indication why. I haven't seen anybody out. Nobody.
They sent Clausen down.
Yeah.
Well, they sent him down, but that was because Bogo was back.
No, they sent him down today.
They sent him back last week.
We're gonna check your stats, Gooley. I swear it was in the last 24 hours.
I just saw the ball. I saw them back-to-back posts, but I didn't check the date, so I'm not going to commit either way to this.
And honestly, I don't think it even matters.
I don't think so either.
I don't think anyone's hurt. I don't think
it's
anyone's sick, or we would know by now, or tested positive, whatever you call it, COVID protocol. I think I don't know. Maybe they just want to give Clausen some time actually playing games.
Yeah, that might be it too. He might actually get some ice time while the Lightning are not right now. So good call.
Well, no, because all the other teams are shut down too. Syracuse is shut down, and so is Solo Bears.
Oh, well, there you
go. It's got to be some sort of management
type
of thing. Like, isn't it like you can only have a time period where you can send players up and down without
30 days, but ain't nobody going to take Clausen.
I think he's already.
I mean, he had to go on waivers. He went on waivers and cleared it.
Yeah, he's already cleared waivers. If you clear waivers once, then you're free to be moved back and forth through the season.
No, you got to be sent down each time.
I thought there was an exemption at a certain point, but it was just yesterday that they sent Clayson down, December 20th. Or 19th, I'm sorry. December 19th yesterday.
3 days ago.
Jolene's asking who's out for tonight. I didn't see any like lineups yet for tonight. I think it's going to be like they're coming out in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They should be out in 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So Coop's out, Pietrangelo's out for Vegas, and then you also have Dadanoff out for Vegas too, who they're all in COVID protocol.
Yeah.
But the good news is the game is happening. They can't cancel it now. There's already people in the stands. Although, are there people in the stands?
Yes. It's sold out inside, sold out outside.
Yeah.
Well, they're selling tickets outside in Vegas.
Duh.
They have the little patio thing.
There's probably helicopter seats there. There wasn't a game when I was in town before, but they probably got like floating seats in the arena or something. I'll tell you what, I've said it before when I came back from my trip a couple months ago. The outside of that arena is gorgeous. Like the building itself is it's beautiful.
I thought inside was very plain.
Yeah.
I felt like they're missing all like the artwork and the photography, but then I was like, well, this is a new stadium.
Yeah,
so
Bassey's starting.
Bassey's playing. That's good.
Bassey's starting. He has led the team out on ice for pregame warmups. So we should know in just a minute who's in and who's out. This is in real time, so give me just a second.
IRT.
Any other questions from the audience that we can try to answer based on looking at tweets of other people? Call up Joe Smith.
Where's Joe? He's writing his pregame article for The Athletic, which I am a subscribing member to, as well as Lightning Insider, which you all should be as well, because it is cheap and it is great Lightning coverage.
Oh, you know what? Before we jump off, let's just look at the schedule ahead. Of course, take the schedule ahead with a grain of salt. We already mentioned that Tuesday's game against the Canadians on December 28th might not happen. Those Canadians might not be able to get into the United States until a later date. I don't know. Right now, it's shut down. Right now, this game should be canceled unless things change. But you do have tonight's game. Maybe Tuesday, December 28th, next Tuesday. I don't know, guys. If we don't have that game, I'm thinking week off for We the Thunder.
Yeah, there's nothing to cover.
To be honest with you, I'm thinking week off.
Yeah. If that game doesn't happen, then we definitely won't be seeing you guys until the new year.
We're going into the protocol.
It's funny because we were supposed to have a game Thursday against Arizona, and that's already been taken off the schedule.
Yeah, actually, on my way here, I was talking to someone who had tickets to that game who did not know it was canceled. All of the NHL games are canceled.
We are just breaking news left and right tonight, man. Whoa.
So, yeah, that Canadians game, I don't know. And then you've got the Panthers game down south on Thursday, and then Friday, New Year's Eve. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this Rangers Lightning game. I think it's going to be a great game. Oof. Hopefully.
The return of Gaudreau.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get the reception that Yanni got, but he should get a thumbs up and a good ovation, and let's move on.
I think he deserves a bigger ovation than Yanni based on what he contributed to this team, but I'm not going to go down that road.
Gaudreau?
Hey, we had Yanni before we had Coleman and Gaudreau, and what was he doing? He was getting booed out of town, and people were telling him to get out of town because he couldn't score a goal. As soon as those guys come to town, suddenly he's the second coming of Gretzky or whatever. I don't know. People can't Boyle or whatever. I don't know, man.
Some people are just Yanni haters.
Hey,
Jody, you're late. We're almost done. We've got a game here in half an hour. No Coop. Coop's in COVID protocol. Hopefully Cooper is feeling all right. It will be, just so you know, it will be us that are calling them in on the tablets.
We'll be on the tabs.
When they're looking on them on the bench. It's not Cooper. It's definitely not Cooper. We've got the insider edge here. They told us, they gave us the number.
Also, I don't anticipate any screen smashing tonight for this game either. So no bradying, if you will, of the tablets. So the Microsoft Touch tablets, as they are. Surface Pros. Sorry, the Surface Pros. So,
hold on, Jody's in the hot tub.
Whoa!
Is there not a way to listen at least to this show in the hot tub? Like,
yeah, she had us on the big screen
for a lot. Yeah, you missed a shooter PSA where I could have saved you hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, hundreds.
She had us on the big screen outside the hot tub last week.
Yeah, we were. That's right. It was Jody we were on the big screen for.
Yeah, that's right. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, you need a big screen with your hot tub.
That's right.
Snoop Dogg style.
Snoop style. I need to put a hot tub in here.
Yes.
That'll be perfect.
Well, no, you two in a hot tub together?
Very strange for me to do the show.
Do the show from the hot tub every week.
We're going for the ratings, aren't we?
Are you kidding me? This man fur is bringing all the views.
All right, so there's your schedule. I don't even know what to really even look at with this schedule because we don't know what's going to happen. But I'll tell you what, I'm really happy we have a hockey game happening in half an hour.
Half an hour. Very, very grateful for that.
Killer, 24 points in 29 games. Let's see. What do I see on the ice? I see.
What's Vegas's record in the last 10? Because this year they have not been great.
I mean,
man, I wish I was at the home base because this would have been pulled up by now.
Yeah, well,
you'd know not only Vegas's last 10 games, but you'd know Vegas's what promotion night it is tonight.
Aren't you the one that asked me to pull up the roster because you had no idea who's on their team or how to spell Pietrangelo, which is his name, by the way. Pietrangelo.
It's
not Peter.
It's obviously Peter Angelo.
It's Pietrangelo.
It's obviously Peter Angelo.
Pietrangelo.
And did you see the early favorites for Jack Adams does not have Coop at all in it?
Yeah, I can't even. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna lose my freaking mind.
Apparently, they did mention him tonight for the first time on NHL Tonight and said that they believe he should be the strong favorite to win it.
Strong favorite. He should be the only candidate right now. If you talk about the fact the reason that he hasn't won the Jack Adams is because his team is too talented, and now he's played half the season without his two best offensive players, and they're still tied for the lead in the freaking conference and division going into the winter break. Piss off. I don't care. He deserves it. He deserves it. As a fan, we know, at least I know. I mean, I've been on his side since day one. I was never one of those guys. I mean, here's the funny thing. We didn't even talk about this either, is Winnipeg having their coach step down, right? Why? Why did he step down? Because he felt he wasn't the guy to get him to the next level. A lot of the reason that people were asking for Cooper's head, thinking he wasn't the guy that could get him to the next level. Well, I just say, personally, thank God that ownership and Coop and management knew that he was the guy that could get him over the hump and bring us the back-to-back cups. Because, you know, I feel like it's probably not a coach that's going to say that. It's like he got the impression from the club that they didn't have confidence in him. So if you don't have confidence, you might as well go and try your hand elsewhere, right? So I just wanted to say we didn't get to talk about that since last show. I'm really grateful.
Wait,
that Coop stuck around.
Probably should have mentioned this earlier. Vegas has won 5 straight.
Yeah.
Did we mention that earlier? I don't think we did.
No, they're coming up with overtime win though too.
So I'm going to pull up the standings so you can see they are in first after what was a rocky start. They are in first place in the Pacific right now. So this is a major league fight.
Well, and it's interesting because they have no overtime losses.
That's weird,
right? None. 20-11, straight up. 20-11. Lightning are, and this is what I was talking about. I had this before. The Lightning are 9-3 and 9-3-2 away. Vegas is 10-6-0. So, yeah, absolutely. This is a very even matchup coming in here. You're looking at, you know, a 19-6-4 team against a 20-11 team. Like this is a big East versus West matchup. Could be potential Stanley Cup final matchup. Once again, we've talked about this for the last 3 or 4 seasons now. Both of these teams have been heavy favorites from each conference to be Stanley Cup finalists and contenders. So here we are. And we're talking about both teams with missing guys. You know, they just have a couple guys because of COVID, but we're still without our 2 big heavyweights, as I said earlier. So it'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. This is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
So here's the lines: Palat, Stamkos, Joseph, Kaloran, Cirelli, Colton, Maroon, Belly, Perry, 48 is back, Nash and Radish. So that would put
11-7.
Kachuk out.
11-7.
No. Hedman and Ruda, McDonough, Bogosian, and Sergachev foot. Vasian net. So they put 48 in and put Kachuk out.
Okay.
So this will be an interesting game to watch because I have always thought, and we talked about Vegas's record versus the Lightning, so it's true. I always thought Vegas has had our number.
Oh.
And
look.
Jody's saying NHL Radio.
NHL Radio is echoing what I'm saying right now.
It's almost like we could be on NHL
it's almost
Radio.
like we could actually do this
but
for a real living.
They can't handle the beer drinking.
No, they can't handle the real.
And the PSA
they can't handle the unscripted, off the cuff genius that we come up with on this show.
Because we can't have a boss. NHL, yeah, we'll be the boss of you.
I got a quick game for you too.
Oh God.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
10 active players have 900 points with 1 franchise. Let's see which one of you guys can name the most.
10 active?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can tell you right now.
900 or more.
Wait, how many points?
900 or more.
Stamkos.
Getzlaff.
Yes, Getzlaff, Stammer.
Yep.
Stamkos, Ovechkin.
Crosby.
Malkin.
Oh, Malkin's over 900.
Yep. Malkin's got 1,104.
After that, it gets tough for me because I don't care about any other team.
Yeah, and also like it's hard to think about who's that long.
So let's see if I give you the franchise. If you could tell me. So first is the Capitals. So it's Ovechkin. Second is Crosby. Third, Chicago Blackhawks.
Kane.
Then it was Malkin. Then it's the Sharks.
Thornton.
Yep, Thornton. Then Kings.
Dowdy.
Nope.
No, he's a 6. What's up, bud?
Did I already have dinner or?
Are you still hungry?
Can I have some dessert?
Who is the guy from the Kings that I was talking about on Tuesday?
Onze?
Yeah,
Yep,
Kopitar.
Andre Kopitar.
Sorry,
Then you got Gatslov.
Then
Then you have another capital.
I hate him.
Backstrom.
Yes.
Yep. Then you got a
hate that
Bruin.
Who? What's he?
A Bruin.
Bergeron.
Bergie.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
Stammer.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's not we
No.
we know the whole NHL, but
Yeah.
we just don't care
I don't
about
give a
those
shit.
guys.
I just don't know. I don't care to know off the top of my head. Yeah, you give me the franchise, I can tell you their longest hitter, their number one guy for sure. But yeah,
And I think we've gone over this before, but this season I've watched way more
Yeah.
NHL than
You know
I've been
why?
able to watch in the past.
Why
What?
is
Tell me
that?
why.
Why is
No,
that?
you tell me why.
because of ESPN Plus.
Where's the ESPN Plus haters out
For
there?
the low price of combined with Hulu and Disney Plus, which you freaking have anyways.
Seriously.
Kachuk is listed as a scratch, not said if it's a healthy or not, but he is a scratch, and 48 will suit up for him.
It's got to be healthy. If he was COVID protocol, they would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the story and the chemistry between Ketchup and Ratty is nice, but I think Fortier's looked better than Ratty or than Ketchup lately. So, and it makes sense. You don't know how much you're gonna have to lean on those guys late in the season, and even in the playoffs. Come playoff time, you never know who's gonna need to play. So keep them all fresh, especially with a couple weeks off.
Let them play. Let them play.
You know what's weird is obviously they started with the media being in COVID protocol because literally they had to get their lineups from Dave Mishkin.
We had special delivery of grandma cookies from Tallahassee, fresh to our door today. So
Let's see if I get one. I asked for one. I asked the little man. I was like, "Hey, I want one of those cookies too." Schoolie, cookies are my jam. Like some people like cake, some people like pie. Pick a cookie.
Miss Jody here, me pictures of all kinds of cookies, and
Oh, well, me and Jody need to link up for that.
well, me and her are having lunch tomorrow, so I'm hoping she brings some little cookies for me to sample at the lunch tomorrow. If not, she better start baking now.
Someone gave me the nickname Shooter a long time ago, but a close second was Cookie Monster.
Oh, I'm just fat ass. I like cookies.
Whatever
And,
you call those things.
and I'm out of Christmas tree cakes now.
Are you watching the game from there? Are we gonna watch this thing together?
I'm watching it from my house.
You wanna
class
stay
hour.
on obviously not on the stream, but I was gonna put the link out there for anyone else to join us to watch this thing. It's basically you'll be kind of in this show, except we will not be streaming, and we will put the game on. You'll probably still want to watch it on your own computer or TV for those that use TVs. But I think we're going to do that. So if you follow We the Thunder Pod at We the Thunder Pod on Twitter, I'm going to put that link out there. I'll put it out there right now so people can join on if they want to. But we'll see how long this lasts. But it's basically a private server that we're on, so we're not streaming it. It's the same link that you would use to call into the show. So, did you give us your score prediction?
I think it's gonna be 3-2 Bolts.
Okay. I didn't even catch Stash's after his 15-minute.
He said 4-2.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he said 4-2 also.
He always orders the same thing as me at restaurants too. All right.
But he's got a whole shit ton of cookies.
Hell yeah.
I told you, special delivery from grandma.
You know what's happening? Yeah.
Let me map quest how long it will take me to get to your house. So, hold on.
Bro, we got fresh made gingerbread cookies. We got peppermint frosted cookies. We got peanut butter blossom cookies. We got pecan sandy snowballs. I can't even tell you. And my mom's in town, and she's gonna be spending all day cooking or baking with the boys, my son and my 2 nephews, all day. So I'm not happy. I went in for surgery a couple weeks ago. I was a little pounds heavy already. It's gonna be a rough holiday season for me.
Shooter in the Blob coming in 2022.
Shooter and fat stash.
This is what I got.
Oh yeah, Ferraro.
Oh yeah, we've got a 3-pack. My son knows that those are my favorite. We were shopping the other day. He's like, "These are your favorite. There's 3 of them. We can each have one." I'm like, you little salesman, you
Can't say no.
can't say no to that.
All right, we got anything else tonight? I need to do my stretching before the game starts.
We're gonna win.
We listen, first ever we've never done a pre-game show. We're not good at it. Listen, give us a chance, okay? There's gonna be more of these. We've never done it before. There might not be PSAs for all the pre-game shows, but there might be. So stay tuned. In January, I know we have that road trip coming up, although who knows what's going on with the schedule. So let's go.
I just had to, Jody had a great comment. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Shooter. She said, "No, fat boy food." And
No, you missed it because me and her are doing lunch tomorrow, and she's been sending me these pictures the last couple of days of her.
I always have for a long time, and it's my own little, mental trick that I do with myself. Self-shame, self-deprecation, if you will, just to keep myself under my current weight. And yeah, see, and that's why after the last year or so being on the DL with my knee and my elbow, I don't like the fat boy treats. I got to keep them out of the house. And now suddenly the worst time of the year to keep fat boy treats out of the house. And not only did my mother-in-law stop by, but my mom's here for 2 weeks. So, and I got a 15-pound full rib roast in my fridge right now, waiting to be rotisserie for Christmas dinner. So, yeah.
If you DM me, you can send me cookies. I have no cookies or food at all.
Nobody loves Shooter
in my house.
I need cookies.
Oh, look at Schoolie. Look at him. He doesn't need any
bullshit.
cookies.
You have Christmas cakes. That's all you need.
I'm out now. They're gone.
He's been eating treats.
Oh, you have a pallet in the back. Stop it. I know that's the only reason you work at Walmart is so you can have pallets delivered to your door.
So
your contract. I'm sure
they pay well.
Box set up. Send me the cookies. Send me all the cookies.
Your POOR box. Poor Shooter.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
In my house.
I know.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
The little mini muffins in the packets. That is the first time I ever had those little bastards.
Ugh, there's not enough in that little bag.
My son is addicted to those too, and that takes everything. And
they're all. Don't tell Schoolie about those little bites.
Yeah, little bites.
Oh, they're yummy. Let's tell everybody Merry Christmas.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, everybody. It's been a great year. I hope everybody has a happy, healthy holiday with lots of loved ones, lots of joy. I know it's been crazy the last few years, but, there's always something to be happy for, something to be grateful for, and something to appreciate. And those are the things we need to focus on this time of year. And being nice. Please be nice. My wife works in retail. The manager. It's ridiculous the way people treat her and her employees all the time. If you want to talk about a PSA, that's my PSA. Don't be a dick, okay? Just be nice. Be patient. Be understanding. And have a happy holidays and a merry, merry freaking Christmas.
And in case all the games are canceled next week, everybody have a happy new year also in case we're not here next week. So
that's not going to happen.
Don't you bring that negative energy into the number.
All right. Remember what Stash is saying is basically the golden rule to follow. But tonight we follow nothing golden at all, bitches. Tonight, the Vegas Golden Knights get a taste of lightning. And we're going to punch him right in the mouth. Oh, you got to like this together. You didn't even know I was going to say it. You're going to wait. I don't want you to finish my
sentences.
All right. Wait a minute.
What happens when we're in the same room?
This has been We the Thunder. Don't forget
To be the Thunder.
a little late on that.